Some of us got pounded with very heavy rainfall. Those locations are primarily in Coffee County. We got over a half a foot of rainfall. Flash flood warnings were issued yesterday evening, but other areas did pick up on some heavier rainfall. Here in Albany, we got just over a quarter of an inch, and that actually came mostly in the morning hours to the midday hours as opposed to the afternoon. That kept our temperatures down, high of 92 yesterday. The heat index reached 106 with very high humidity, but we're done with the heat wave for the short term. Enjoy the cooler weather. Enjoy the showers and storms. That's the only thing that's going to cool you off, because what's looming as we go into early next week is some of the hottest weather we have seen in several years, but also those heat index numbers in the excessive heat warning category. And that means we're going to put out a first alert weather day now for Monday and Tuesday of next week because of that. But let's get you through today. On this Wednesday, a wetter day in the mid-70s. We'll get into the low 80s at 10 a.m. We'll hit 90, but most of the day will be in the upper 80s because of the showers and storms that really start to percolate early in the afternoon through the middle of the afternoon into the evening. And everything's going to be moving from east to west as now we're caught up in this easterly flow frontal system near, and that will help to enhance those showers and storms with low pressure developing to our south, that easterly wind. You can see crossing I-75 around 1 to 2 o'clock and then really moving in across the rest of our region through this afternoon and evening. Heavy downpours will be possible. There's a marginal risk for flash flooding for most locations except for the northwestern communities. Forecast for this evening, keep the umbrella handy. 83 to 78, rain chance is still about 50% through 10 p.m. and 76 will be our overnight low, which again is an improvement from where we were yesterday. It was only 78 for a low. Rain chances are going to be on high as that low sinks south and the frontal system continues to be in our vicinity. That low will get into the Gulf. The Hurricane Center gives this a 10% chance of development, so low end chance. It looks like it's heading towards Texas anyhow. And we're still holding on to this front, and southerly flow starts to take over Thursday into Friday. That's going to keep the rain chances, at least in the forecast, and temperatures respectable. That disrespectful feeling we had, 2 days ago is coming back this weekend, and then it's just downright very dangerous heat heading our way Monday and Tuesday. Again, these heat index values could surpass 110 all locations and approach 115 in some of the most hottest and humid conditions that we've seen, again, in a very, very long time. I think the highest heat index I've ever seen here is about 114. That is in jeopardy Tuesday of next week. But let's get you through this week. 60% chance showers and storms, 76 to 91 on your Thursday. 50-50 on Friday, 74 to 94. That's the average high this time of year. And then we don't get average, we get above average with plenty of sunshine. Again, we're not ruling out an isolated shower storm, 20% this weekend, but the real story is the heat, 74 to 97. Notice how temperatures in the morning are back to average too, and then they start to creep up, and that doesn't allow you to cool off. And we're expecting morning lows maybe near 80 early next week. So we're going to be in the grips of one of the worst heat waves we've seen in quite some time. We'll talk about that in the rest of your forecast on Today in Georgia from 5 to 7 a.m. I hope you join us then.